Hi, my name is Costas from MagicTao. Welcome to the first episode of Tao TV. Chris.
Costas.
As the first episode, I thought it is best, this great opportunity to introduce Chris Congreave. Not only Chris Congreave is going to be a co-host on this show, we're going to have various other co-hosts as time goes by, but also I wanted to introduce Chris as a new member of the MagicTao team.
Thank you.
At the moment he's
MagicTao.
It's Tao. At the moment he's busy packing product, but as time goes by I'll introduce him into more interesting stuff. I'm only joking. He'll be a great great asset to the MagicTao team. Great asset to the MagicTao team. It's MagicTao. Tao.
Right, okay, Tao.
Dow Jones, MagicTao.
Okay, right. Yeah. So what we're going to be doing then on this show, let's talk about that, Costas.
We'll be reviewing products.
Right.
Like every show out there. However,
how are we going to be different then?
We're going to take things out and perform them to real people.
Real people.
That's the aim.
The real world.
But we're not going to just be reviewing products.
No, we're going to show you some of the new stuff that's coming out there, and also what we thought might be a nice idea is to have a blast from the past. There's a lot of guys who've got into magic over the last few years who probably haven't seen some of the stuff that we're going to show you, so you know they may have forgotten about it or never seen it. So we're going to be bringing some of that stuff back. Hopefully you're going to enjoy some of that stuff. We're going to be asking questions of you, the viewer, so you can ask us questions, we'll ask you questions as well, all the feedback we get here, and also we're going to give some prizes away, Costas.
Absolutely. There's one thing we are going to do today is I've got an envelope here, and Chris is going to open the envelope. He doesn't know what's written on this, on a piece of paper yet. He's going to read the word, and what he's going to try and do over the period of this show is try and say that word, and what you've got to do is work out what word is written on this.
And the first one to give us the right answer wins a prize, okay? And it's going to be a good prize. It's not going to be a packet of sweets, it's going to be a DVD or a product. It's going to be something that you're going to use.
It's going to be 50 quid worth of magic.
50 quid?
50 pounds. Well,
50 quid?
It was initially going to be like a 50.99 product, but let's make it 50.
50 quid?
That wasn't rehearsed. His acting's crap. No, I'm joking. Yeah, so he doesn't know what this is yet. He's going to read it and try and mention it throughout the show.
Come on then, let's see it. Right. So
I can't remember what it is myself, to be honest.
Okay. Okay. Phantasmagorious. Right.
Can't spell that, so no, that's not
okay. Right then, so I've got to try and incorporate that word into today's show, see if you can spot it. Right, so we're going to start off by looking at a couple of new products that have just come out.
Yeah.
The first one, this is something that I will use, I've got to say, when I go out there performing at my shows, and it's Ocular by Alexis de la Fuente, and it's also Alakazam Magic. Now, if you haven't seen this, basically what you can do is at any point during your set, you can take an envelope from your pocket, show an envelope with a hole here, and produce a card like so. Obviously it goes without saying that that's then going to be a thought of, a chosen or a signed card.
Yeah.
So Costas, what do you think about this?
I think it's one of the most ingenious ideas in a long time. The gimmick is not original as such. The concept behind the gimmick. Okay, I'm pretty sure that Alex de la Fuente didn't come up with this particular gimmick, and Rob Bromley and Alakazam.
I've watched the DVD, and the gimmick that Alexis sent to Alakazam was quite different.
Yeah.
His idea was to make the card appear, and what they did was they then went to Rob Bromley, who's used, as you said, an older idea. adapted it to this situation and made the gimmick. Well, it's really well made. I think you'll find.
Well, the original idea, even though it's clever and you can't beat a Rob Bromley gimmick. He makes the best gimmicks out there, without a doubt.
Yeah.
I would never use that gimmick, but changing the use of that gimmick into this particular trick changes it completely. And this is something I will definitely be using. It's so clever, it's easy to do.
Well, the nice thing about it is you can have it sat in your pocket and you can use it at any point in the routine. They do give you a couple of routines that you can use. There's a nice one on there that uses 2 cards. Okay, so you can use 2 spectators, which is always nice. And the nice thing about it is it starts off, you've got a card with a different coloured back in the envelope, and when you take that card out and reveal the first card, that envelope is apparently empty. So when the second card appears visually later on, it's a real surprise. So I mean, I can't give this any higher recommendation other than to say I will be taking this out and I'll be performing it at my shows.
It's great and very practical. And you would see a live performance of this as well.
Yeah, we'll be doing that later on. Okay, so gets a big thumbs up from me. Thumbs up from Costas, fantastic. So the second product that we would like to show you this week, there's been a big buzz about this on the internet just recently. It's Ash and Ember. Okay, now because of how this works, I'm not going to actually take the ring out and show you. I just wanted to show you what the product actually looks like, and we're going to show you a trailer of that now.
The best ideas have very humble beginnings. Little more than a spark, really. With a little care, that spark will begin to glow, hinting at its potential to change. But whether or not that potential can be fully realized depends solely on the will of its keeper. Ignore the ember, and it will gladly turn to ash. Nurture it, and what began as a spark can spread like fire.
So if you liked the look of the trailer, then you're going to love this product. Basically, it's fantastically well made. Yeah.
When I first saw the gimmick, I had to chuckle to myself, because it's one of these things where you say to yourself, why didn't I think of this?
Yeah.
It is so simple, but it works. It's very, really very clever.
You've got to be, you need to practice this and get your angles right, but that's only a very, very simple, you should be doing that with all your magic, let's face it, that's something that you should work on anyway. When you see this performed in front of you, if the person has been practicing, get their angles right, it looks like a camera trick,
You've just seen the trailer, the official trailer for Ash and Ember, and you can do that with practice, of course. You won't be able to do it as soon as you take the rings out of the box. However, with practice, you'll be able to replicate exactly what's on that trailer, and it's an eye-opener. And
as well as talking about, I tend to talk about the things that I'm going to use in my gigs, because that's what I do. I go out and I perform. But if you do a lot of magic on YouTube, if you're getting a show reel ready for your website, even if you know what I mean, this thing, it's something you can wear on your person, have it with you at all times, take it off, do the trick. It's as good as it appears. Okay, so again, I've got to give this a big thumbs up as well.
Me too.
2 thumbs.
Me too.
2 thumbs up from Costas. Okay, so that's Ash and Ember. Right, so we've been asking some questions on social media, on Facebook groups and things like that. We've been asking questions of our brother Magi. And the first question we posed is, what is your favourite opener? So imagine you're walking up to a group and your opening trick. So, I mean, what's your ideas for an opening trick? What's an opening trick got to be for you?
An opening trick is something that, for me, is to get everyone's attention.
Right.
I don't want to perform a trick that I'll just use one person and everyone is just sitting there. I want to get everyone
involved in one game. Okay.
And I've got an opener.
Right. What do you use as an opener? A can opener.
Now, I take the anniversary waltz to a different level and use that as an opener.
A different level?
Simple reason is I use anniversary waltz. I'll do it on every table. I don't do it as a top table trick.
So you don't use the pattern and the story of two people coming together and all that kind of stuff?
No, what I do, I get two people that are obviously together, ideally husband and wife, and I perform it to them because I'm at the start getting two people involved rather than one.
Do you not think it's a bit drawn out for an opening trick?
No, I don't.
No?
Out of experience, it works for me.
Yeah,
and
well,
because
we're going to touch on this, weren't we? It's what works for you, I guess.
And because I found that once I perform to those two, I've already got them on my side. So
they do get a nice memento at the end of it.
And to me that works. And the other things that follow.
So some of the replies we've been getting, by the way, I'm going to read out a few of the things that people have been coming back to. And interestingly, for the people that answered that I've got in front of me here, now bear in mind this is our first show, so we're hoping we'll get more answers later on. But there's not two tricks the same.
No, there isn't.
Which is interesting, really. It just shows that what works for one person doesn't for another. So Gary Williams, he starts with a spoon bend. Okay, so nice and visual, incorporate the whole table, and it can be formed, up here. Okay, so that's quite good. And then we've got Colin Daper, who does Holy Moly. Holy Moly, great trick.
It's fantastic. One of Jay Sangi's classics.
It is interesting. I was saying when we were discussing this earlier on, I was saying to Costas that with Holy Moly you have to put something in the hand of a spectator, and you've got to hope, you've got to trust that they don't open the hand ahead of time. So it's an interesting choice for a first trick. It's quite brave, really. It's good. It shows some, if you can get away with that, which I'm sure he does. Otherwise, he wouldn't do it.
I think
good spectator management skills.
One of the things that we hinted on was that your opener is something that you're really comfortable performing.
Yeah.
That's what your favourite opener is, isn't it? This is a trick that works for you.
Yeah, if people suffer with nerves at all, then it's always good to start with something that you back to front, inside out. But if you're going to be performing in front of an audience other than family and stuff and friends, then you should know your material that way anyway. And Scott Whitney, he opens with a bill switch. Again, an interesting opener because, assuming that you're going to borrow money off someone, that's the first thing that you're going to be doing.
And you haven't met them before.
No,
and you're asking them for money.
But Dave Jones, my friend Dave Jones, I know Dave opens at a table with a bill switch as well. But Dave always says, he tells a few jokes first, so he establishes rapport that way. So that's interesting. Grant Maidment, he does a simple card change in the spectator's hand. So show one card, is that yours? No, in the spectator's hand, okay, and it changes. Quick, fast, to the point. Now somebody else mentions, Strickland mentions Icebreaker by Lee Smith, which effectively is a card change. It's the same thing, isn't it, really? If you've seen Lee's DVD step system, it's very, that's effectively that's what it is. So they're quite similar. Steve Rowe.
With his lollies.
He's lolly mad, that kid. He does a lolly production. And Rob Harper, I was talking to Rob Harper, Rob Harper opens up with a lolly production as well, okay? So that's using Kieran Johnson's
lolly craze at the moment.
Yeah, there's a lot of lolly magic in the UK at the minute.
I like lollies.
That's Don the cameraman, he's into lollies as well.
What do you do with that?
eats them. He eats them. Look at him. What do you think he does with them? So yeah, James Fortune, James, and he's a big advocate of this trick. And why not? He's the sponge bunnies. I think that's James' go-to trick. Sponge bunnies. You ever done the sponge bunnies?
No, I haven't actually.
You should buy some. If you put them on your head, they might look like
never,
a hair.
Okay.
Sorry. Yeah. And finally, and I think he was trying to be funny, but it's a valid point. Martin Hunt said his favourite opener is hello. Obviously, it goes without saying you want to talk to people before you start. Now, my opener.
I say hi.
Hi. Oh, you're very continental though, aren't you?
Absolutely.
My opening trick, I'll do a coin routine, which I'll perhaps share one of the weeks on the show. But it starts off by producing a coin using some flash paper. So it's fire and it's visual and the coin's produced at the fingertips, and then I go on and do a longer routine. So there's a few ideas for you. If anybody would like to sort of get in touch and let us know what your favourite opening tricks are, we can revisit this later on.
Yeah, so that I guess the assumption you can take from all this is that an opener is something that you are really comfortable with. There isn't an opener that you should be using. It's whatever suits you.
That's right. It's what's comfortable. I think an opening trick should be relatively quick. It should be, as you said, try and incorporate as many people as possible. If at all possible, visual. I'll go for visual. And really that, you know, and something that you're comfortable performing. Okay, so there you go. If anybody has got any other ideas, anything you want to share with us, then please get in touch.
Yeah, if you're watching this on the website, below you would find a comments box, so you can send us any question you want. If you're watching this on YouTube as well, or Facebook, wherever you're watching it, below you'll find some form of comment box. You're able to post your question, and if we ask or answer your question in one of the shows, you'll be getting something from us as well.
You're giving it away today.
I'm giving everything away today.
Giving it away. Oh, blimey. Okay, so now it's time for our live performance segment.
Okay.
Done that?
Yeah.
Fantastic. Right, so your card, and I'm going to give you one last look at this. Yeah. Show it to Costas over there. Leave it here. There. Okay. In fact, I'm going to leave it all the way down here, inside there. That's pretty fair. Would you agree?
Yeah.
Right, push it in. Right. My job is to try and find your card. So this envelope's been here the whole time, right?
Yeah.
What's in there?
Nothing.
Yeah.
Nothing. Anything interesting in there?
Yeah.
Not
Your
yet.
eye.
Oh, my eye. Thanks, I think. Okay. Can you see me?
Yeah.
What about now?
Oh my god. Yeah. God.
Card. Now, if you think about this, that card was down there. That envelope, rather, was down there the whole time. Yeah?
Yeah.
That's brilliant.
That's amazing. Amazing.
That's really good.
Thank you.
Amazing.
That's really good, mate.
Thank you.
Wow. Amazing.
You've just seen the live performances. Now, if you have any trick that you want us to go and perform live, comment below and we'll endeavour to get the trick, learn it and go out and perform
Endeavour.
Or
That's a marvellous word, though, isn't it? Endeavour. Marvellous.
it's one of the first words I've learned.
Is it? Okay. So anything that you want us to go out and perform, if we can, we will, and you'll see a genuine reaction. Okay. So now we're going to do a new section called, well, whole show's new, isn't it? But you know what I mean. Blast from the past. We need a catchy theme tune for this. Blast from the past.
Cut that.
Yeah, cut that. Cut out your throat.
My singing was even worse than your voice.
Yeah, what about this then? Yeah. So
It's called style.
the idea of this is like a hamster. The idea of this is we're gonna be showing you something. If you're new to Magic, you may have never seen it before. If you've been in Magic a long time, it may be something that you've got on a shelf in a drawer somewhere and you've forgotten all about. So we're going to be showing you some tricks from the past. So we're going to start off this week with a card trick.
Yeah.
Yay. Now, Costas, I just want to show you that these cards are all different, all mixed up and stuff.
Yeah.
Could you give those a quick souffle for me?
Yeah, I'm happy.
Brilliant. Now I'm going to get you to select a card in an unusual way. I want you to think of your favourite hour in the day. Okay, so if you get up at 8 o'clock, your favourite hour may be 8, and I want you to deal down to the 8th card and have a look at it, okay? If it's 4, because that's when you have your afternoon tea, deal down 4 cards and look at it. Whatever it is, think of a number, deal down. I'm going to look away, but just make sure that the people at home are, you know, they know what number that you've dealt down to, and then show them the card. Right, I'm going to turn around. Is he doing it yet? Oh, he's doing it very quietly. Have you done that?
Yeah.
When you've done that, the card that you're thinking of, just put it back on top of the pack, and then put the rest of the cards that are on the table back on top of the pack. Have you done that? Yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah, brilliant. Excellent. Right then. So, your card is obviously in here somewhere. I have no idea where it is or what it is at this moment in time. Now I'm going to reach behind here. When you've got a belly as big as mine, the heartbeat is getting your hands behind your back in the first place. Right.
Cost a lot of money to make that belly.
Thanks, mate. No need to be like that, is there? Okay. That's my...
Take the mickey on my goatee.
Is that what you call it? Your pet hamster. Okay, so this is so the card in my pocket is my prediction. Okay, you're thinking of a card. Tell us what number you thought of. 6. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. If that was your card, that would be amazing, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Well, it wouldn't be that amazing, would it? Really, if you think about it. But that's not your card, is it? Have a look. That's not your card, is it? Because I put a card in my pocket earlier on. Yeah. What was the name of your card?
It was 9 of diamonds.
The 9 of diamonds. Thank you. So, this is from a book.
What's a book?
This is a book.
Don't have to read, do I?
And this is a book. This is the book that I first bought when I first got interested in magic. It was recommended to me by Dave Taylor, a great magician from just up the road from here. And I know hundreds, thousands of magicians have been inspired by this book. It's The Royal Road to Card Magic. This book takes you from holding a pack of cards right the way through to, you know, palming cards, full shuffles, all kinds of things, and along the way there's tricks and routines all the way through. So it's a complete course in card magic from the beginning. Now it's quite an old book. It was written in 1950 or something, I can't remember, in the 1950s anyway. So there's a few things that have come along since that aren't in there, like the Elmsley Count and things like that, but most people know them anyway.
Yeah.
You know, and some of the routines in there, they may read a little bit old-fashioned now. Read between the lines. There's some really great stuff in there. But if you're just starting out into magic, or you're just starting to do card magic, then I would highly recommend The Royal Road to Card Magic. I
think it's a great book. Everyone needs to have it, even just for the sake of having it on your shelf. And
it's a tool. It's a resource tool. Yeah. So that's it. So that's this week's. Oh, Don's got it as well. So that's this week's Blast from the Past.
Welcome to Tao Talk.
Tao Talk.
Tao.
Tao.
A lesson. It is Tao, not Tao, or Tao, or Teo, or.
It's Tao. We'll see. We'll see what people. We'll see what people think. We'll see what people think. Anyway, this part of it.
No. The way you pronounce it is Tao. Now, like the word Dow Jones, Tao. So it's MagicTao.
All right, whatever. So
and whoever approaches me at any convention or event that I'm at, and you come and pronounce MagicTao properly, I will give you something. You will get a prize. You will get a present.
And if you say MagicTao, I'll shake you firmly by the hand.
They
Right.
prefer a prize.
So the idea of this section really is just a little bit about what's going on behind the scenes at MagicTao. So
Obviously, Chris has started working here at MagicTao. Great addition, I think. Right, I'll.
yeah, great addition. Carry on.
Great addition.
So that's me. Thanks for the big build-up. Now the other thing that we've got just been released, Kickstarter project.
Yeah, it was a pack of cards we started a Kickstarter project for, and it got funded, and they are now available. It's the Kada fortune cards, designed by fantastic artist Christopher J. Gould. He runs Alchemy Moon. He creates some very interesting, bizarre, unique stuff you might be interested in looking at. These are now available. Now with every deck you will get a PDF, and what the PDF will explain is how to mark these cards. But
What's marking? I don't understand.
what we wanted to create is a pack of cards that wasn't just a collector's item. It's every single card has been designed by hand.
Let's have a look at them, because they are really nice actually. They're like a tarot deck almost.
Well, the idea
artwork.
the idea was, and what you will get in a PDF is how to use the cards in an interesting way, apart from just using them as an ordinary deck of cards.
Okay.
And the idea initially was to replace a tarot deck and use a pack of cards to do that kind of stuff if you wanted
So
to.
there's an ace. So the ace of spades, quite spooky looking there. It's quite interesting. The Joker, and then as you can see, they're quite different. They're really nice, and they're made by bicycles, so they're
Printed by
beautiful.
USPCC.
And also you do get, but I don't need to tell you what it is. If I do, you're watching the wrong program. Okay, you get one of those, and you also get a blank-faced card as well.
You get a blank face card. Yeah.
And a double backer. Okay, so that's the Kadar deck, and also we've been working very hard to bring you this reaction
by Risky Nanda. It's already available and in wholesale.
Okay, so visual card magic, really. A card appears.
That's all we've been doing the past
That's
week,
all.
really. So
Yeah,
putting these together.
getting those out, so they're ready. They've gone to the wholesalers now, so look out for that.
We've got the camera guy coming and passing us
He's
stuff.
delivering the card back. Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, so that's what's been going on this week at MagicTao.
Okay, this show's going to be a work in progress. We don't need to tell you that. It's the first show. We've got a lot of things that we want to try out and experiment with. So as time goes by, things will be changing. We'll be developing stuff, getting rid of stuff, adding stuff.
Yeah, we'd appreciate your feedback. If anybody does know that I did manage to sneak the word in there, so if anybody did spot the word, Costas is going to give you 50 quid's worth of magic.
50 quid!
50 quid.
And I have to be honest, I never heard you say it, so I don't know where I was, but I'm presuming you have.
I did say it, yeah, I did say it, I know I did. So that's it, thank you very much. Any feedback, any ideas, please get in touch and we'll see you next time. Thank you.
Cheers.